Notre Dame is only 3 months away from kicking off at Lambeau Field, and for the first time in a long time, anything short of a national title is going to feel like a failure. At the same moment, Marcus Freeman is building what might be the best defensive line that Notre Dame has seen in a long time. So today we're going to connect those two stories, the pressure that's on Notre Dame right now and a huge wave that's headed straight for South Bend. I'm Kev J. This is Game Room Live. Let's tap in. The expectations around Marcus Freeman have been completely changed. This isn't 2022 anymore. After a heartbreaking title loss to Ohio State in the college football run in 2024 and a 10-2 season last year somehow missed the playoffs, Notre Dame walked right into 2026 as one of the betting favorites to win it all. There are no more dismal talking points left to chase here. We don't have time for that. The only box left to check is number one, a national title, and that hasn't happened for Notre Dame since 1988 in the Lou Holtz era. So the reality is this. That's the privilege and the burden of where Marcus Freeman has taken these things. He flipped the roster, he built the culture up, and made the Irish even more dangerous this season. What's the reward? Like I said before, it's title or bust. It's all or nothing, leave no doubt. Which brings us right here in that moment of time, and it all starts September 6th in Lambeau Field. The 2026 schedule is like a double-edged sword. On paper, it's a little lighter than last year's schedule. There's no USC game this year. The marquee games are BYU and SMU. Then we got Miami rematch November 7th. But here's the trap, if you ask me. An easier schedule cuts both ways. We missed the playoffs last year. We went 10-2 because we had that slow start against Miami and Texas A&M. With an easier schedule, what does that tell you? Well, it tells me that we can't give any chance to the committee to keep us out of the college football playoffs. We got to run the whole thing 11-1 at best. Leave no doubt we got to run the whole table 11-1 or 12-0 just to solidify that slot in the college football playoffs. So week to week, there's zero margin for error. No slow Septembers, no Lambeau hangovers against Wisconsin, no letdown against Rice or Michigan State. Any losses before Miami basically turns that November game into an automatic elimination game for us. Great rosters has missed the field in 2 years running. That can't happen against the Irish this year, not in 2026. So if the margin of error is that thin, the talent had better be elite. And that's exactly what Marcus Freeman is stockpiling for us in 2027. Everybody knows that the championships is won in the trenches on the O-line and on the defensive line. Which leads me to the next segment. Our 2027 class is looking really good, everybody. Top 3 in the country. 18 commits. That's 18 commits. The defensive line was a soft spot for us last year. Everybody knows that. Well, at least I know that. I'm a true Irish fan. I'm going to tell it how it is. It was a little soft spot for us, but our secondary picked us up and had our backs like they're supposed to. We got a really good defensive line, and it starts with one name, David Fuller-Runshaw, a Rivals 5-star, number 9 overall player in the country, number 2 defensive lineman in the state of Illinois, a Chicago kid from St. Patrick's Park, coached by Notre Dame legend Tom Zbikowski. He picked the Irish over Miami, Georgia, Michigan, and Texas Tech. He stands 6'3", 285 pounds, 55 tackles, 18 of those tackles for losses. Which leads me to our other commit, Jackson Vaughn, 4-star edge out of Bergen Catholic, who reclassified up to 28 just to get to Notre Dame sooner. He chose Notre Dame over LSU, Miami, Auburn, and South Carolina. 8 sacks as a sophomore. And then there's Aiden O'Neal, top 20 edge rusher out of Don Bosco Prep, also from New Jersey, who beat out Penn State and Kentucky. And let's not forget about our 5-star edge we got still on the roster, Rodney Dunham. He headlined the 2026 class and tore up the spring ball. Stack it together and you've got a front built on size, length, and explosiveness. But none of that happens by accident. And there's one name that always gets brought up when you talk about defensive line, and that's Charlie Partridge. Notre Dame still has 2 huge official visits to circle. Braden Parks, a 4-star Chicago tackle, and David Fuller-Runshaw's training partner will be in town June 12th through the 14th. It's a 2-team race between Notre Dame and the University of Oregon. The other one we need to focus on is Abraham Sesse, a borderline 5-star edge out of Pennsylvania, number 2 edge in the country according to Rivals. He takes his official visit June 12th with LSU and Florida State. And now if those visits don't go well, that means Notre Dame has a legitimate shot at landing this recruit. Now every swing Notre Dame swings doesn't always connect. I'm sorry to say that this week, 4-star corner Mosana Tolbert canceled his official visit with Notre Dame. That one was set for June 19th. Ohio State and Michigan are now the front runners to land that recruit. But it's going to be all right, Irish fans. It's going to be okay. I still got good news because Notre Dame already has 2 studs from that recruiting class at corner, Xavier Hassan and Ace Halston, and they're still pushing for Carnell Greedy James for that nickel role. So it's going to be all right. The recruiting class is still looking good. We're 3rd in the country. A defensive front is being compared to Lou Holt's era, and the staff is still firing on all cylinders. Notre Dame is in its title window right now. The pressure is real, and the schedule leaves no room for error. But what Freeman is building isn't a one-shot year. It's built to last. It's here to stay. Pressure is a privilege. If a head coach doesn't have pressure on him, that means he's not doing something right. And the wave that's headed for South Bend is just getting started. If you guys are fired up about this class, drop me a comment down below. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm Kev J for Game Room Live. Thanks for tapping in. Peace.